Hey guys, Game Master 468 here, bringing you another video. And if you couldn't tell by the title, this video is basically giving my thoughts on some of the shows that are on Nickelodeon nowadays. Because, there seem to be a lot of complaints about it, and, well, I kind of want to share my thoughts on them. So, yeah. Okay. To start out, let's talk about the shows that are going to be coming up on Nickelodeon. The shows that aren't there yet, but are going to show up. Okay, to start off, we got Kung Fu Panda the series. Well, I did see the movie. Good movie. I like the movie. But does it need a series? Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. But we're just gonna have to see how this turns out, because I really don't have anything to say about this one. Don't really know how they would do. I don't know how they would make this a series. How they would I just don't know. We're just gonna have to see for ourselves. Next, we have Monsters vs. Aliens, the series. Okay, now, this, I'm not so sure about. I mean, I did see the movie as well, that movie was good, but I don't think it needs a series, really. I mean, is it really popular enough for it to have a series? I don't think so. Because, again, I don't know what kind of episodes they would make out of this. I mean, I can see why Kung Fu Panda, because, it has the first movie, and it has the sequel that's coming out soon. But Monsters vs. and same with Madagascar, it had a movie, and then the sequel, and then it came out with the Penguins of Madagascar. So, but with Monsters vs. Aliens, it only has one movie, and they're already coming out with, an entire series of it. So, yeah, I don't really think the show really needs a series. I think it'll be okay without it. Yeah. Okay, next we got the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series that's coming out. And no, I don't know if this is going to be the actual picture they're going to use. I don't know that. I don't even know if it's going to be a cartoon, if it's just going to be, CGI or just cartoon, I don't know. But, anyways, I'm not a huge Ninja Turtles fan, but, I like it. I think it's a good little series. Now, the thing is, I don't think this kind of series really belongs on Nickelodeon. I mean, yes, they had that little movie of the Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon before, but I don't think this is the kind of show that should be on Nickelodeon. I don't know, just something doesn't feel right about that. Yeah. But we're just gonna have to see how this turns out, and yeah. And finally, we got Super Ninjas. I saw the sneak preview of this, and it was quite enjoyable, I'd have to say. I think this is going to be a pretty good show. I mean, I don't know when the first episode comes out. As far as I've seen, I've only seen the sneak preview episode. But I think this show's going to turn out pretty good. I'm looking forward to see what they do with this. And, yeah. Can't wait for it. I think this is going to be pretty awesome. Okay, those are all the upcoming shows. Now I'm going to be talking about, not the new shows yet that are currently airing. I'm going to be talking about some of the old shows that don't seem to be doing so well. Okay, there's only going to be two in this category. First, we got SpongeBob SquarePants. Now, you're probably wondering, this guy is so awesome, what could be so wrong with SpongeBob? Well, that's what I'm wondering, actually. Guys, what's wrong with SpongeBob now? I mean, I understand they have, like, this new thing going on, like, nowadays in the episodes they have, like, these gross things or something. I can't really show it to you for copyright reasons, but they have, like, some gross stuff in the show nowadays. But other than that, the characters are still the same. The show's still funny. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with SpongeBob now? I mean, Patrick's still the goofball. Mr. Krabs still has an obsession with money. Plankton's still trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula. Sandy's still from Texas. Okay, maybe that's not such a big deal, but, Sandy's becoming an occasional character nowadays. So that's another big change. Let's see what else. There's Larry the Lobster. Ugh, I can't stand that character. He's like he thinks he's all that, everyone, like, they praise him, they think he's awesome, but what's so special about this guy? I mean, even in the episode, this one episode, when they're like, the Living Like Larry episode, like, saying that SpongeBob and Patrick should improve their lives, and SpongeBob asks, like, how? And he goes, by living like me. Dude. But anyways, characters are still there. They still have the jokes. Well, so my question is, what's wrong with it? Other than the gross stuff that's in it now. What's wrong with it? What do people have against that? And I would appreciate if you guys could answer that question in the comments below, because I am not seeing what's wrong with the show now. I am not seeing that at all. And finally, we got the Fairly OddParents. Again, something that I greatly disagree with, like SpongeBob. Okay, yeah, I don't get this why people are complaining about the show now. There is nothing wrong with it. They still have the jokes, the characters are still the same. They still have, they have good plots as well. I like the little plot lines in each episode. Now, people are complaining about the show, and they're saying that they think that what the reason is that the show is so bad. They think that the show has gotten bad because of this character right here. Yes, in case you don't know who this character is, this is Cosmo's and Wanda's new baby, Poof. Yeah, they think Poof is the reason why the show has gotten bad. I disagree with this. How can one character completely mess up a great show? How's that possible? I don't get that. They always complain how Poof, like, doesn't do anything. So, and there's something right there. They complain how Poof doesn't do anything. So, let me ask you this. If Poof doesn't do anything, how can he be the reason that the show is bad now? Didn't think of that, did you? Now, again, give me your thoughts on why you guys think Poof is the reason, because I don't see that. What's wrong with it? I don't get it. Okay, now it's time to talk about the new shows that are on Nickelodeon. The ones that are currently airing up to this day. Okay, first we got Planet Sheen! The Jimmy Neutron spin-off, basically. Now, but both my dad and I love this show. Sheen is such a goofball. And basically the story of that one is basically Sheen falls down on some alien planet, and all the aliens there thinks he's like the smartest person in the world. So, and then he goes on wacky adventures, and then there's this alien version of Carl. And then there's like this monkey, well, chimp actually, the correct term, sorry. I guess he resembles Jimmy Neutron. He's like the only smart one there. Well, that and the blue girl, but I don't know who she's supposed to resemble. But, anyways. But yeah, I think this show is pretty good, and I haven't really seen any complaints about this yet. I haven't really searched for any complaints about it yet. But if there is, maybe I'll make another video explaining if I agree or disagree with that. But, yeah, overall, I think the show is great. Next, we got Tough Puppy, which I was actually just watching just a few hours ago before recording this. Not the first episode. I've seen tons of episodes of this already. And I saw it in a review by Wiley1080. Shout out to him. Yay, random shout outs for the win. He says that this could become the next Nickelodeon classic. And I agree with this. I think this show is going to turn out pretty good. It has the comedy of the Fairly Odd Parents, same animation style as well as Danny Phantom. Not the comedy, the animation style. That's because this show's created by the same person who created both of those shows. It has the same music style as the Fairly Odd Parents 2. It has the action of Danny Phantom. The main character, Dudley, is voiced by Jerry Trainer, the guy who plays Spencer on iCarly, which is another good show, by the way, but this isn't a video about that show. Yeah. However, even though I think this is a good show, as well as Wiley1080, I have actually seen complaints about this show. More complaints than positive. What's the word? I can't think of the word, that's lame. But, yeah, there's feedback, that's the word I was trying to think of. There's been more complaints than good feedback. Now, this is going to take me back to... Okay, listen. Again, what's wrong with the show? I mean, people complain about Dudley being annoying, and that's sometimes true, but still, guys, come on. I mean, I saw a rant recently by Ballmaster08, newer versus older TV something, and he was explaining how, let's see, what did he say? He said something about how we don't like the newer shows because those weren't the shows that we grew up with, but he explained how kids in this generation like the newer shows now, but they won't like the shows that we grow up with. And I agree with this. In fact, this show is a very good example of that. Guys, are you just trying to find complaints about these newer shows? I mean, this isn't Fanboy and Chum Chum, okay? I mean, I don't have large complaints about it, but yeah, I do see why people would not like that show with the toilet humor and yeah, and the fact that it's kind of like trying to be the next SpongeBob, as I heard someone say. But it's canceled now, don't bother looking for that. But you guys need to give these new shows a chance. You should only complain about it if it's truly bad. Because if you keep if you keep pushing away all these shows that Nickelodeon is trying to give us, we're not going to have any shows to watch. I mean, sure, there's always going to be new ones, but there might come a time when Nickelodeon's just going to completely run out of show ideas, and then we won't have anything to watch other than the few old shows that are hanging in there and still airing. So you gotta give these new shows a chance. Otherwise, we're not gonna have anything to watch. Okay, moving right along. Okay, next we got House of Anubis. From what I know of, it's based off of this other show that I guess is in England, I guess, and it was moved here to the US. But that's pretty much the most, well, other than it's kind of a mystery show. And I don't mean like, ooh, I don't know what this show's about. No, I mean mystery show as in people are trying to figure out, solve mysteries. Yeah. I haven't seen very many episodes of this, so I can't say much. But I do have this to say. Okay, believe it or not, when I first saw this, I first thought it was a ripoff of Tower Prep, which is something they have on that CN reel. I don't think they show it anymore, because you guys are pushing them away. But at first I remember I thought it was a ripoff of Tower Prep, but it's not. It was already a show before I even knew it existed. But this kind of takes me back to what I was saying about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show. How I feel like it doesn't really belong on Nickelodeon. Yeah, because, I understand mysteries. That's good, but that's Scooby-Doo's job, okay? No, but on all serious now, maybe it would have been better if it was moved to Cartoon Network or CN Reel, as they're calling it. Well, that's just the block. It's still called Cartoon Network, but I'm not going to go into a big story about it. But, yeah, I think it would have been better if they moved it to CN Reel rather than Nickelodeon. I think it would do a better job on there than here. Or maybe even Disney. Maybe Disney. I don't know, but I think it might have a chance on Disney Channel, but I think more on CN Reel. Yeah. Speaking of shows that don't belong on Nickelodeon, on the last one we got Power Rangers Samurai. Okay, before I move on, I need to say this. Power Rangers fans, leave now. Leave. Go. Because I'm not going to put up with any comments saying, oh my gosh, you're so mean to it. Power Rangers is the greatest show in the world. Well, that's your opinion, but this is my opinion. Okay? So, go away. This is going to be the last topic of the video anyway, so you're not going to be missing anything. So, yeah. Okay. Power Rangers. Really, Nickelodeon? Really? Ugh. I should just say that I was never really a Power Rangers fan growing up, and I'm still not a Power Rangers fan up to this day. But why put it on Nickelodeon? Why? It's nothing new. It doesn't need another series. What? Why? Why? It doesn't make sense. I mean, I understand it belonged on Jetix, which is something I think Toon Disney had a long time ago. And maybe it belongs on CN Reel, or maybe even Cartoon Network in its own cartoon series. But not Nickelodeon. I mean, the way the Power Rangers talk is bad acting, for one. The monsters, up to this day, are still in costumes. Yeah, people still dress up in monster costumes to do the monster things. They need to give that bit up. This is 2011, where there's this thing that you can use to make monsters called animation. That was so hard. But really, I don't think Power Rangers needs to be on Nickelodeon. it doesn't need another series. It doesn't need to be on Nickelodeon. They really need to update their monsters by giving them a little animation for a change. And yeah, and overall, I just don't like the show. It bores me. I don't like it. It's, yeah, just no. It doesn't need to be there at all. Well, that's the end of the video. No need to be sad. Okay, maybe you're not so sad, but that's the end of this video. There's no more. So, what do you say you guys share your thoughts in the comments below of all these shows, and tell me what you think they'll turn out, why they're bad, or how they could improve. So, yeah. So, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And please, no negative comments, or else they will be removed immediately. And please, no negative comments with any language or inappropriate stuff in it, or else I will delete it and or will block you. So, yeah. So, that's it for me. This is GameMaster468, signing off. See you next time.